In Hoi An, there's this lunar festival every Monday full moon where they turn off all the lights in the city and they just light lanterns, and the entire town is just lit by lanterns. And it was the full moon tonight, so I've just got back from having a wander around the town with Phoebe. It's just been just really, really beautiful. We went and had lunch at this little cafe on the riverside because it's all by this river, and the food was amazing as always. And then we just had a wander around, and there were loads of people with little candles in their hands. They were floating onto the river, and yeah, it was really amazing. There was this like really random martial arts demonstration as well. That was cool, and it was just really nice. I've just got back from my third shower of the day. It was still really hot. It was so sunny today. This morning we went to some of the meeting houses for some of the old families, which were really, really pretty, and miraculously managed to catch like the only breeze in the town. So we stopped there every time we went up to when we stopped in the gardens and had a rest. And we went to the ceramics museum, which I have like no interest in the trade of ceramics, but the house was really, really nice. And it was just really good to walk around a city that's just pedestrians and not full of like beeping of mopeds and stuff. So it's been a really good day. I also want to tell you about my last Wednesday, which seems like ages ago, in Saigon. I woke up at like 6 in the morning, couldn't sleep very well, but I went for a walk. There was a park right outside our hostel, so I went for a walk just to check out. And there were loads of people doing like stupid exercises, and it was just so funny. Like people with personal trainers or just doing it on themselves, and there were these like macho guys doing like that. And then after that I went back to the hostel. Phoebe was awake, so we got ready and we were out by about 7:30. We managed to walk to Notre Dame Cathedral, which is about 45 minutes away from the hostel. We didn't get killed on the road. And the cathedral itself is more miraculous for the fact that it's peaceful in Saigon, which I just never find. And this woman came up to us and was like, "Oh, can I take a picture?" And she was like patting our cheeks and stuff. And we're like, "Okay." That's happened to us like 3 more times now. People just like stroking my arm and being like, "Oh, your skin is so pretty." I'm like, "Yay for whiteness." But yeah, I think they have the right idea here. And then after going to Notre Dame, we went to the War Remnants Museum, which was a really good museum, but it was just really, really horrifying. Like some of the pictures and the things that happened to you was just really, really awful. There was just moments where I was like, "Don't cry, Rachel, don't cry." Can't cry in a museum, but it was really, really awful. And it was a lot fairer than Kuchi, where they were like showing how people had protested against the war all over the world, and like Americans, and they had stuff donated to the museum from American soldiers who wanted to apologise for what they'd done. So there was sort of a less bitter feel to it, even though it showed examples of all of these horrible atrocities that had happened. And then after that we went to the Fine Arts Museum, which wasn't that interesting. The art wasn't spectacular. The building was brilliant though. It was bright yellow with these blue shutters, which was just wonderful, and a lot of it's really French themed. And then we got some lunch from a street vendor with like some suspicious looking meat. I don't know what it was. There were like little balls of things. It was noodle soup, and the noodles were good and the soup was good. But yeah, just suspect meat. I mean, we were a little bit ill after eating that, I think. But yeah, it tasted good. Even the cheapest food tastes good here. And then sort of later on I had a little bit of a crisis and I was like, "I miss home." But it's fine now. After 3 days I was really homesick. But I felt so much better in the evening. My friend, or a friend of a friend, but I guess she's now a friend, Huang, who lives in Saigon. She took us out for seafood, which was, oh my god, it was like the best food ever that I've had. We had prawns that were fresh and they tasted amazing, and we had crab and oysters and this like raw fish salad, which wasn't completely raw, but it was all like really, really good. That was good. And then she took us to this 5-star restaurant with a bar on the top floor with live keyboard music, and we had cocktails. It's just really amazing. And that sort of cured my homesickness that whole night. It's really amazing. And she's made us feel so welcome. I'm so glad that she's been here for us. So I think you're pretty much up to date now with everything that's going on. I think tomorrow we're going to check out some more of the old stuff in Hoi An, and Hoi An's famous also for tailoring and silk making. They make really, really good. It's cheap, so me and Phoebe are going to get some dresses tailored projects. Should be fun. Bye.